Pelicans lose 120-119. Everybody's here tonight. Let's go.
First took away. That's the best. Get your money's worth now.
Smash the like button. Programs brought Programs brought to you by Scott Vicknair Injury Law Firm. If you've been injured in any kind of accident, car, truck, 18-wheeler, hurt offshore, Scott Vicknair handles it all. Again, McCollum 504-500-1111 for a free consultation. Yes, a free consultation. Always fight for the win. As I said, Chris, Chaz, Ross, Lito, and Jarrett joining tonight. And as always, powered by 4D Energy. Heartbreaking loss tonight.
No.
Great loss tonight.
Yeah.
Progress.
I'm struggling with the. I'm seeing moral victories and they play hard.
That was great.
I'm struggling with that. I am still struggling with this process.
Let me help you, bro.
Yeah, go ahead.
I think it's finally a time we can actually start talking about basketball with this team.
Yes.
That's what it felt like today. Like we saw basketball moments in the basketball game from the Pelicans. Like they were in the game the entire game.
Yep.
Like it was close. Like, oh wow, we can talk about a 4-5 pick and roll with Zion and Yves. We can talk about Trey Murphy's shot selection. We can talk about so many. DeJounte Murray looking like DeJounte Murray again. Had a really, really great first quarter. Just kind of tailed off after that. But like it felt like a good basketball game where they kept it close.
100%, Jared. No. I'm so glad we're going to be able to talk. They still lost. Like there were still crunch time issues in which like a Zion 3 and there's turnovers and just chaos and like so. Like I get it. Look, it was an entertaining game, but there are people celebrating like, oh, that was an incredible. No, you still lost. You still lost the game. Yes, Lito.
I'm not mad at them for that. I'm not on their side, but I'm not mad at them because okay, you're gonna win your 8th game. Congratulations. What you gonna do with that?
It just goes. Appreciate you, Ax. It just goes to show the bar so low. That's what's just so frustrating.
But Justin, the thing is, I ain't gonna lie to you. For me, this probably was the best game of the season.
Yeah, let's talk about it. This is why we're doing this. Let's talk about it. Let's talk about Chris. We'll start with you first. We'll go Trey Murphy. Trey is coming off an ankle sprain. His first game back, 10 of 17 from the field, 5-10 from deep. Goes perfect from the free throw line, has 30 points. I tweeted this out earlier, and we were talking in the group chat, though, but he's becoming more than a three-point shooter. I also tweeted this out, like every single year he has improved something in his game. This year, to me, he is attacking the rim violently, and he is finishing violently. We talked about rebounding. He's rebounding now. Like, what are you seeing? Like, this guy keeps getting better and better and better. It's happening right in front of our eyes.
So I think Lito and Five both said this about a week ago before Trey got hurt, that he's performing in ways that's not dependent on Brandon Ingram or Zion Williamson or really anyone else, right? You're watching him perform no matter who's on the floor. And one of the things that can't get lost in the shuffle is that we've talked so often about players coming back from injury and having to find their way, whether it be around like different lineups, different talent, or just working himself back after being off a few games of coming back from, an injury or whatever. And Trey actually had both. This is his first game this season, right, with Zion. Am I right?
Was this his first game?
Yes, this season.
Yes, it was.
I believe so. So this was his first game with Zion, which is crazy. It's fucking crazy.
2025.
Yeah, his first game of the year with Zion.
Yes.
Also coming back, going against the NBA champions Boston, great basketball team. And he didn't lose. He was the same guy he was before Zion came back. He was the same guy when Brandon wasn't on the floor. Same guy that was playing with DeJounte and CJ. So you just continue to watch him build good game after good game, no matter who's on the floor. Being more confident, being willing to experiment more on the floor with his individual game. And he's doing it at a volume that's also continuing to be efficient. And that's the dangerous thing about him, is that he's finding a way to take these extra shots and not get away from the fact that I think his calling call early on in the year was that early on in his career was that we think this guy can be a 50, 40, 90 guy. But we didn't see a dude that was going, I think, year one, I don't know if we saw a dude that would be taking 17 shots right now, 15 or averaging 20 points a game. Maybe not, maybe not. But him being able to do that, maintain the scoring output, just being more complete while staying efficient, I think is really impressive, and it's really good for the continued progress or growth in his game.
Lito, you had a tweet. You texted us tonight, talking about the trade that moved. That move that Trey just made. You said, "Lets me know he understands now." Could you kind of walk us through what you mean by that?
Yeah, he hit hey dog, listen. He had a I forgot what the move was. But he had another point in the game where he hit Al Horford with a step back. It was so filthy, dog. They was about to take Al Horford out back and retire. It was about to treat Al Horford like Old Yeller. They was about to send his ass off in the pasture. They was about to he's about to it was over, bro. Trey shot a one-legged floater off the wrong leg. He is getting to the point when I said he understands it now. It's like the shots, Justin, the variety of shots, the variety.
The variety of, because we talk about Trey being just this, knockdown shooter. I see more of a shooter now.
He still is a knockdown shooter, but
of course he is.
Them days are just respecting him as a shooter. Bro, that dunk in transition on Derek White, he understands it now. He's starting to believe what he is, whatever that is. I'm not saying he's a Hall of Famer. I'm not saying he's a star. I do believe that he'll get in the All-Star in his career though. But he's getting to the point where he's taking on challenge. Yo, it was one point tonight where Al Horford was guarding Zion. Zion couldn't get a bucket. It's crazy. That shit was crazy to me. And Trey made Al look like, what the fuck you doing out here, old man? Like, go home and be a family man. You tripping right now. Right. I really and then the 7 rebounds, 4 assists, right? 4 assists. You starting to see creation, not only for himself but others. It was fun watching basketball tonight.
At least it was fun. Yeah, Jared, what are you seeing from Trey? I mean, you talk about variety. The handle's gotten a lot better too.
Yeah.
That movie he had on Drew Holiday. The movie he had on Drew Holiday is 1-on-1 where he created a foul. Yeah. But he still kind of like bodied like Drew Holiday off to where like he shielded him off and created a foul. That was, I thought, one of the more impressive moves of the night.
Yeah, you got to be super strong or you have to get leverage on Drew Holiday because he kind of creates his own leverage. Super strong guy. But the thing from Trey, I think, is just the evolution, right? We're just witnessing it. It's up front. This is why we wanted him to kind of fail forward at the beginning of the season, right? Take as many shots when he came back. Take as many shots as possible. Get the misses out. Try to understand lanes. Try to understand where you can kind of create your own shots, get shots for others. There were going to be turnovers. There were going to be missed shots, but eventually he will resort back to the mean where eventually he'll go and make some shots and have a hot night. And I think tonight is kind of what we'll see moving forward. And I don't think he'll score 30 or average 30, but we'll see moving forward a guy that's confident. I was really impressed by him being upset that he didn't get the last shot.
I saw Zion get upset too. Talk about
it. Yeah, be mad that you didn't get the last shot. Be mad that you had 30 and you wanted the ball. Like, yeah, that's a different mentality. That tells me like, okay, you want to be the man. Like, you want that. You want that pressure. And not a lot of guys want that. CJ McCollum wants the pressure. He takes a lot of last second shots, which is good. But I want to see that out of a guy that's going to be here the next 4 or 5 years.
Yeah. Chaz, we're talking a lot of some All-Star. You think Trey's got an All-Star appearance in his future?
Probably not in this market, but in a better market probably. Because kind of think, teams have kind of created schemes now to get some of their players in the All-Star game. Like you see what's happening with Andrew Wiggins and stuff like that. And it's like, I don't know what kind of weird system y'all got going on, but it's no reason for Andrew Wiggins to be getting All-Star bids and votes. But I want to play this. I think Lito brought it up, right?
Oh, come here.
Oh.
Come here, old man. Get his ass off me, man.
And it's crazy. It was like 2 or 3 plays in a row. It was like, man, please get Al Horford off off Trey in space. It was elder abuse at a certain point. But I'm not really surprised by anything I really saw with Trey tonight. I think what you're seeing is a guy who's confident in his role. You know, he has the runway. He doesn't have to look over his shoulder in fear of being pulled. Most of his shots are coming at the rim or three. It's a perfect 3 or at the rim. I mean, it's a 3-point shot or at the rim.
Yeah.
Incredibly efficient. He's going 10 for 17. I mean, he went 10 for 17 tonight, had 7 rebounds, had 5 free throw attempts. So, I mean, 4 assists, chipped in 4 assists as well. So, I think what you're seeing is a super ideal path of growth for Trey, and hopefully he continues to showcase himself and, you know, put the ball on the floor and continue playing how he's playing. He's playing very efficiently, playing very smart basketball. I thought defensively he wasn't bad either.
So back to the final possession, Ross. So Jared talked about how Trey was upset he didn't get the last shot, or show that he was upset. Zion, same thing. What did you think of the last look? Because we've seen CJ make that shot 1,000 times. I thought the shot that they generated was fine. All things considered, 6.5 seconds left. You're not going to be able to draw up a set. You have no timeouts. Could you have gotten in Zion's hands? Sure, but that's just nitpicking at this point. But I want to hear y'all's thoughts on that last possession, because there are, from what I'm reading on Twitter, a lot of different thoughts on it.
No issue for me on what was drawn up. I thought they got a good look. CJ's, that's sort of like well within his game. That wasn't a turnaround jumper contested. That wasn't a deep 3-point shot. It was going downhill. I thought it was relatively uncontested for the most part, and it just didn't go. The shot just didn't go in. It wasn't a bad shot. Look, man. Zion, how many game winners have you hit in your career? Trey, how many have you hit at this point? Right? We're there still trying to figure that out. I just didn't mind it, given how much time was on the clock and the shot they got. Hey, look, good for those cats for being mad though. That's competitive spirit that this team desperately needs, especially from Trey Murphy. You guys just talked about it. That he feels. I think he now sees and feels that potential coming to fruition. He's seeing the results of hard work, and so he's probably feeling like I need to be involved in late game situations a little more. But look, man, that shot drops 8 out of 10 times for CJ in that situation. It just was a little bad luck that it didn't go down.
Someone tweeted me that they were upset Willie Green had Daniel Tice on the floor at the end of the game. Chris, I don't know. There's not many more options you can go there at the end of the game. I thought that was fine. CJ was struggling, but I'm gonna share your thoughts.
What's wrong with it is Zion's fault.
Ooh.
Because in any other situation, if Zion had played the amount of games he was supposed to play, if Zion was taking care of his end of the bargain, if Zion was being a professional, the ball would be in Zion's hands in a 1-point game, 6 seconds left, and you get an opportunity to get him in basically with a full head of steam going to the basket. That's what I would assume would a dude of his ability, if everything was right that he was playing, the basketball would probably be in his hands. But you ain't been here. You haven't been a consistent professional. You haven't been someone that's proven. So why wouldn't I give CJ McCollum the basketball, or DeJounte, or anyone else? That's what I think. I think of guys of Zion's ability. If we knew that we could count on you, the basketball would be in your hand. A 3-point game, maybe not. 2-point game, who knows? A situation where a team could foul you and maybe you split them. But a 1-point game with 6 seconds left and you get an opportunity to get him going in full speed, 100%. I think that situation would have been tailor-made for a dude of Zion's. Don't care about the turnover. He's supposed to be the guy. That basketball should be in his hands in a situation that is, if the situation was right. But partially, him not taking care of his side of the bargain, I wouldn't have given him the ball either. Wouldn't have drawn up anything for him either.
It wasn't like he was Trey probably has more of an argument too, right? It wasn't like Zion was 14-19 and just killing him or something. He didn't really have the greatest game. He was fresh off of a turnover and a bad 3-point shot. I think this is nitpicking like crazy, but
Lito, what'd you think of that 3-point shot?
Oh shit.
Zion's.
Yeah.
I mean, unless he's open, I don't never really need to see him shoot it. I don't. It's a lot more stuff I'd be willing to like. 1-2 a game from Zion is cool. In this particular instance of the game, like no, like what do you practice that? Is that a shot?
I thought so because Kai tweeted at me like, like I don't mind him shooting. I'm like, but in that moment, that's when you shoot the 3. Like,
It felt, somebody correct me too. It felt like it was a bit too early in the shot clock for me.
It was about 14 seconds left.
Well, yeah, it felt a hair early for that.
Only reason go ahead, Lou.
No. Go ahead.
I was about to say the only reason I don't mind the shot is because it shows like a level of growth for us not being afraid to shoot. And you're down 3 and you need 3 points. So it kind of shows some sense of awareness. I wouldn't like to see you do that. I would like to see you expand your game. But I think the shot was probably a little bit early. And you had Trey kind of coming off a curl. Now, Tatum was right there. So if you try to do a dish to Trey, maybe Tatum gets to steal. But I wasn't mad at the shot just because it showed like, oh, all right, you had the balls to take that shot because I don't know. I don't know. That was I don't know.
The one shot, Jarrett, that there weren't many very good shots, by the way, in crunch time. That's why I'm still very frustrated with it. Look, it was an entertaining game. I still saw many failures in crunch time.
I wanted to ask, did y'all want to see the last shot? I uploaded the video.
Yes, I did. All right, go ahead. Chase.
Gives the Pelicans the lead. McCollum going right to the hole, banks it, no good. Horford taps it out.
That was a good shot.
That was a great shot.
Play it again.
Play it again.
Gives the Pelicans the lead. McCollum going right to the hole, banks it, no good. Horford taps it out, and the Celtics hang on.
The only other option he has is Trey on the lift, but I'm taking that shit. It's a 1-point game.
I'm not even looking to pass out to Trey. That's my shot. I shoot that shot often every game.
Yeah.
I think it was a good shot too because Tice and Zion are right there.
Yeah.
If it goes right off the glass, you're talking about an offensive putback right there. But it hit the rim, the front of the rim on the interior, and But I thought that was a good shot.
Jarrett, the one shot that we haven't talked about in crunch time. So there was 2 good shots in crunch time. The CJ one, which you just saw, the Trey Murphy in transition 3. Maybe 30-something seconds left. I think it's a long rebound. We get in transition. Trey Murphy wide open 3, just misses it. This is now. I remember he had one earlier in the year. I think it was right corner where he missed a open 3 to either tie or win the game. But once again, like I'm taking that shot 10 out of 10 times. I just, I feel like Trey's had a couple opportunities now this year to either tie or take the lead on a shot, and he's just missed it. But I still want him shooting that shot every single time.
Yeah. Again, these are times where he has to get those attempts up, right? He has to get those pressured attempts up because eventually they're going to pay off later on in the season. I saw.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I didn't hear that.
Yeah,
Wow.
he's one of the greater Pelicans in the organization's history. But nah, man, you look at both shots. The CJ shot, like it's a good shot. Like again, I've seen CJ work on this like post practice 1,000 times, bro. Like, yeah, I don't mind it. It's a good shot. I really don't mind any good shot that any good player takes. Right, Trey shooting above the break 3, open, fast break. Hey, bro, it's a good shot because you don't really have an offense. Right, so you're not gonna get a good look or a better look dealing with Willie Green because y'all don't run anything. Look, the Boston Celtics got a backdoor dunk for Jason Tatum. He's the best player, but yet he gets a backdoor dunk. Like, look at the level of intellect it takes to do this. Also, Zion's 3. To be honest, I don't mind Zion taking 3s. It's not the premise here. I think it's when you take the 3. Like, it should be a pick and pop 3 for Zion, not a off the dribble. I'm controlling the basketball and I'm pulling. That you're not in rhythm. You haven't taken that shot. If you take that shot in quarters 1, 2, or 3, perfectly fine. Crunch time, and you haven't done it. Yeah, bro. I don't think that's the good look for you. But I don't mind any of the good shots. Hey, bro, you missed good shots. You can't be upset with that. If you got to You have to generate good looks. You shoot them, you miss them, shit happens.
And honestly, like looking at the play-by-play, the only 3 guys you would have shoot the 4 people you would have shoot, they all shot. Like CJ gets the last shot.
Yeah,
Murphy misses 2. Murray misses a couple, hits 1. It's like this is the Zion 3 right here.
Oh, you got it, Chaz? I was texting a while, so you got it.
Yeah, it's just like
he bails out Porzingis. Like he can just attack the drop.
I hate
here.
that shot.
Look right here, like just you could just attack the drop here. Tice rolls, and then you have Trey Murphy literally filling to the top of the key, and CJ McCollum.
He might be thinking, we're down 3. That's
there's
the
50.
mentality.
There's still a minute left. But Chaz, if you attack the drop, you're going to get a wide open 3
in the corner.
Yeah, I agree with you. I'm just saying you're talking about a person who hasn't won a lot, and they got a
played
coach.
a lot.
And he hasn't played a lot. So it's like, even let's say he does the dish off because Trey is calling for it. I don't trust Trey shooting over Tatum. So I feel like, I don't know. I just sometimes I think you got to just accept, team just sucks. Like I don't really think there was much more they could have done. They couldn't scheme their way out of sucking. Like,
but like, if we're talking about like the 30, like if we're talking about this though, like this is I kind of agree with Jared. Like this isn't the time to take it.
Yeah. Justin,
a lot of time left. Go for 2.
Even that, right? Like I think Zion's job here is to put pressure on Porzingis, right? Because then that causes Derek White to help. Right. If he helps, you got CJ on a swing with possible 2 shooters on the same side. Like, but that's the problem with Zion being on the Pelicans, right? Like he hasn't had a person to tell him think 2-3 steps ahead. He's only thinking singularly. Like, I need to get this bucket now. Not, hey, if I drive here, I get 2 on the ball, then it's swing.
Yeah. Like
I see that comment a lot. But it's like all we saying is time scores.
It's the Jimmy Butler thing. It's like Jimmy Butler knows when to shoot the 3. Like we talk about this all the time. He doesn't shoot a lot of 3s, but he knows when to shoot a 3.
This is the problem.
Here's the thing with the Zion 3 for me. Right, I would rather it be he has a set shot. Him dribbling into a 3 for me. I don't think that's a shot he's comfortable taking. His feet. If you look at his feet, run it back one more time.
Yeah, I got it.
Was good with this technology.
It looked good. It's a good shot.
Form's there. It's good. It's just the Celtics are going to live with that.
Yeah, I agree with what you're saying. He how long has been? This is how many games? He ain't taken that shot one time in any game since he's been in the entire NBA. All 6 years or whatever, however many games, he ain't never taken that shot ever, not once. I've seen just about every game.
And this is why I'm frustrated, because in crunch time, once again, they failed. So yes, it was an exciting game, and yes, they played hard and so on and so forth. But once again, I saw the same exact failures that has been under the Willie Green regime for the last 3 or 4 years. It's the same shit over and over again. That was my problem. The shot selection was not great. Then Zion also had a really bad turnover as well. I think he was trying to hit DeJounte on a – how many times – Jared, how many times you saw DeJounte Zion PNR? How many times in crunch time? How many times you see that? Wouldn't that make fucking sense, right? DeJounte Murray, you're the reason why you trade for him. This is what David Griffin said.
Yeah, late game situations, right?
Late game. Here you go, and you don't involve your 2 best guys that you would then play, or even Trey Murphy. But tell me how much sense this would make. You start DeJounte Murray high. Zion Williamson comes and sprints, sets a screen. He rolls, short roll. You now have CJ McCollum in one corner. You have Trey Murphy in the other corner, and you have Zion Williamson coming downhill. And yet they cannot run it. This is 7th grade level basketball, and he cannot seem to do this one simple thing.
Who is he? Like we got to put in there. Yeah,
he can't do it. It's unbelievable. It's the same problem every single time. Same problem every single time.
Who's the he?
I just said it, Willie.
Oh,
Bill, or whatever the fuck y'all call it.
I get your passion, Justin, about the loss, bro. But this is the best game they played in months. Like I don't.
And they still lost. They lost.
It's funny, and I agree. It is. It's that they lost. And if they had just lost, it would be one thing. But it's the same type of loss that accentuates Bill's ineptitude, right? Like, and it's part of the. I go back and forth on this shit because I'm sitting here and I'm watching the Kings. I'm like, well, they're 7-1 or 8-1 or whatever it is. They won like 7 or 8 straight under Doug Christie. And I'm like, well, I don't know if I want us to do that. So there's a part of me that is sitting here saying like, well, you know what, just let Bill do Bill, and we'll, because the Wizards, it looks like, have no intention of winning another game for the rest of the year. There are teams that are starting to shake out the haves and the have-nots, and so there is part of me that's sitting here saying, just let Bill operate.
Y'all know
because I don't want us to win 8 straight.
The Pelicans are tied for 4th with 23 blown leads. They have 7 blown fourth-quarter leads and 8 10-point blown leads. And the only teams ahead of the Pelicans with more blown leads in the 4th and 10-point blown leads are the Toronto Raptors, Brooklyn Nets, Washington Wizards, and Charlotte Hornets.
That's the worst teams in the league. I think that's the bottom 5 right there.
Yep. Hey, you know what, guys? Hold on. They might be right. I'm thinking about this, right? It took 6 years to get a transition 3. So if we start critiquing this shit, he might not shoot that bitch again. Like,
I don't want.
So I mean, look, I think I'm more disappointed in the shot if it's something that we never see him do again. I'm more disappointed if because I mean, to me, I don't care because the team, whether or not he makes the shot, he misses the shot, like they have no positive future this year. So I was more surprised, like, oh, he can shoot that. Wow, he tried that. Oh, it didn't look horrible. If he tried this randomly today and never does it again, and we don't, then it makes zero fucking sense. And then I'm mad because why now? Why'd you choose that now? Now, if this is something that, okay, I've been working on this and you haven't seen me once again in 3 months, and like this is what I was planning to do if I would have played more than whatever many games it was to start the year, then great. But look, man, I mean, it's to me, this is nitpicking a fucking 8-31 basketball team or however many fucking losses they have. I don't really care at this point. But if he just tried that, like, all right, fuck it, it's in my brain now, I'm gonna try it now. Versus I've been working on this, I will try to experiment with this more and more as the season goes. Because that's the perfect time for everybody to fucking experiment on the floor. The team's going nowhere. This isn't another play-in year, another playoff year. Fucking try it. Listen, leave it all out on the floor. Whatever you've been thinking about doing, like
they did the same thing, Chris. They did the same exact thing they've been doing. So they did the Zion.
No, but I'm simply talking about the Zion possession. That's it. I'm simply talking about that. I mean, if they won the game, would you be happy right now, Justin? Would you be like,
that's exactly?
It would, but we wouldn't.
I hate losing. Like I really do hate for this.
I do too.
This is miserable every fucking night, dude. It really is. It really is. Like we're cheering for them to lose. I understand why. To get a pick, it's just frustrating. We gotta do this shit. Look at Ross. We gotta do this. We gotta do this 40 more times. Like, yeah, I'd like to celebrate a couple wins, see something different.
You fucking up the money, though. You fucking up the money.
You have Cooper Flag off for 45 yesterday. Yeah.
We all want to see good basketball. I mean, we all want to see Willie Green out of here.
It still wasn't good basketball, Chris.
But I don't want to leave the Zion thing just yet because I get it that, like, in theory, this is something that, whatever, we're trying, whatever. He can't shoot. He can't shoot. Like, and so it's hard for me to, like, cut him a break and be like, not the worst thing. If Missi was out there and we had run, like he had set a screen in transition, and then we had laid it off and he had shot like a deep NBA 3, we wouldn't be sitting here saying and missed it the same way as I, big old Brit. We wouldn't be sitting there being like, yeah, but I like to see Missi try and shit. No, I don't. I don't. He can't make that shot.
Rose, I'm just not expecting an 8-32 team to make good basketball decisions.
Oh, yeah, you're right. You're right.
I'm just under any circumstance am I expecting one of the worst teams in basketball to make a smart play.
So I'm so lost. I'm so lost. Like, I don't know what's happening.
When you break it down like that, that makes a lot of sense.
Like, you know what? It's like, that's something. Go ahead, Lito.
Nah, like, where y'all been at? I'm just like, y'all watch these games?
Let me just grab my cup.
Shout out Theo's best pizza in the city. Make sure you smash the like button. Over 300 people in here. Really appreciate y'all and the support over the last couple of weeks and obviously the whole year. What else do we have? We talked about Trey, CJ. Let's talk about Zion. It's just his overall performance. Chaz, what did you think about Zion?
I thought we saw about Zion for 20 minutes. Fuck, but I thought he overall, I'm like, damn, we spent so much time on one shot from a fucking 8 and 23. It's like, Jesus.
Let's talk about Zion now.
Yeah, like, so what do you guys think about overall? I think when looking at the box score, I'll just say I think he did everything. I thought everyone did everything they could to win this game. They just didn't have enough. I thought that's what it boils down to. Brandon Boston only played 7 minutes. Jordan Hawkins only got one shot attempt. I thought generally everyone did everything they could. I thought DeJounte Murray started off playing very well offensively, kind of ran out of mojo at the end of the game. Well, every quarter, his shooting percentage kind of decreased. I thought Zion was very active defensively. I really thought he had about 7 steals.
5 steals. Yeah, the 5 steals.
Yeah. Thought Missi did what he could. You're going against Porzingis and Horford. I thought everyone played as well as they could. I thought Willie Green coached as well as he's capable of coaching. And I thought if you're going to lose a game, these are actually the type of games you want to see where you're seeing teams showcase some growth. You're seeing teams, the team, kind of play with some grit toward the end when they're making it a game. It's a very physical game. I didn't think they got punked tonight. I thought they got away with a lot of physicality on Tatum. I thought they was giving Tatum the blue. They're fouling the fuck out of Tatum, to be honest. I just thought they got away with I just thought they matched the Celtics' intensity. You're playing Boston at home. This is
Do you think Boston maybe?
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't
think Boston played down to their competition.
They were a
15-point dog. The Pelicans were a 15-point dog tonight.
That's true, but that's like Jake Paul fighting Mike Tyson, right? It's like, yeah, Jake Paul not a real fighter, but this is still Mike Tyson. Any given time, he don't got to take it serious. He can knock your fucking head off. Like, so with Boston sleepwalked through this entire game. Tatum is 2 free throws in the clutch. It was this probably Derek White's worst game of his career, right? It's your job to take advantage. And the Pelicans went out there. They took advantage for the most part. They just couldn't close the deal. They gave themselves a chance to win. I thought this was one of their better losses of the season, truthfully. I thought they played well.
Great loss.
Great loss.
Definitely great
loss.
Hey, if we don't got nothing to talk about, there's a comment, this comment right here. He said Zion was the reason this game was even close. I understand what you mean, but there was a guy with 30 points. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
10 for 17 is pretty impressive.
Motherfucker shot 50% from 3. Like, I feel like maybe we jumping over a couple of hurdles. Like,
I also don't think we're blaming Zion. We're just being critical of that one shot. I don't think we're blaming him. But I don't disagree with this either. I mean, when Zion doesn't play, we get blown out. So.
I also thought this was Javonte Green's best game as a Pelican. He's a former Celtic, right? He played for the Celtics, didn't he?
He got drafted by the Celtics, right?
Yeah, he was there with some intensity tonight. He played very well defensively, shot the ball well, 2 for 4 from beyond the arc. I thought he was giving Tatum the blues.
6 for 9.
Yeah, I really hope. I hope some teams around the league.
I'm talking about Javonte.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You looking at Javonte? Yeah. Yeah, I thought generally this is a game that honestly I hope they don't build off of. The game they played that well, so I don't want them to build off of this game at all. Personally,
who's next on the schedule?
I thought they played Dallas on the 15th, right?
No. Chicago.
Yeah, Chicago.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
All right, Chicago.
All right, Big Lord.
I don't need y'all to tank now.
So let's see.
Big Lord's crazy.
Yeah.
So we got the Bulls, and then you got Dallas on the second night of back-to-back. But
Zach LaVine heating up, man. Perfect.
Y'all think Kyrie back by then? Cause he started. He was doing some non-contact a few days ago with Dallas.
Mm-hmm.
They got an easy schedule coming up. Well, relatively. Nothing easy for the Pelicans, though.
Well, I mean, look, here's the thing. I guess this next stretch is like these next group of games is interesting, right? Because especially if Zion, like let's say Kyrie doesn't play, your next 4 games are a Chicago team up and down, right? But is what it is. You got Dallas on a back-to-back, but who knows? You got Dallas at home. If Kyrie doesn't play, Dallas has been playing well. You should ultimately you should lose that game. But let's say somehow Zion ends up playing that game. It's at the crib. Then you got the 2-step with Utah,
right,
at the crib Friday and Monday. Like you needed a loss like today, just in case. Just in case, to Chaz's point, you found something. And I hate sounding like a loser. I hate the Pelicans. I hate y'all for making me have to talk like this. I would never talk like this to anybody. I'm so happy you lost because now you might win. Right? You got a stretch of games coming up in which you might be able to win 3 or 4 in a row. You had won 3 out of the last 4 coming into tonight, right? So you never know what that turns into. It's god awful, man.
You can definitely win. Utah is like is obnoxiously purposely losing games. Like they sat marketing and Kessler tonight for whoever they're playing tonight for no good reason.
And Kyle was
in New Orleans.
Yeah,
it's in New Orleans and it's not a back-to-back. So
you should win both, but you're definitely gonna win at least one.
That's something I was thinking about.
Sure, you win at least.
That's something I was thinking about watching this game. It's like, all right, to me, it don't matter when you lose the games, as long as you lose them. Like if you take the month of February off, like all right, it's over. Like we pulling the plug, and the rest of these months we're gonna just lose out. Cool. But to me, I still think there is some good tape you can get from the Murray, because I don't put Herb in this core thing. So there is some good tape you can get from Murray, DeJounte, and Zion. But at the same time, don't be stupid. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you got a chance to lose, go ahead and lose the game. Like, don't be stupid. Don't roll the dice. Like, if you can sit a guy out, like, or like rest Zion in the 4th, like go ahead and rest him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Just help yourself. But overall, I think it's good to see some minutes with this core, but got to consider you're probably not getting coached by who this core, if this remains, is going to be being coached by in the future anyway. So you also got to take that into account.
Yeah, y'all keep it going. I'm looking for DeJounte Murray assist real quick.
I thought he had like 7 in the first
half
8, or some shit, right?
Yeah, I'm just go ahead though.
I think I don't know when the last time they did this, but I think they had 2 30-point quarters. That's been really tough for them to come by this season. You had a 35 point first quarter and a 31-point fourth quarter.
They play good basketball. I mean, imagine that. Like Five said, imagine us being able to actually have it's we're fucking 40 games past due, but we can talk again about actual basketball players playing actual basketball and taking the Celtics down. The Celtics ain't been playing like lights out over the past week and a half or so, but still,
it's been a while.
Yeah, you don't. The Pelicans had a chance to win this game, and Boston did things that a team should not do.
Derek White was tripping.
They tried to give you this game.
5 seconds at the end, they tried.
Yo, I have a question.
Yeah, that was insane.
I was like, do y'all think we need I think we still need like a starting center. Yeah, of course, Missi is a rookie, but I think you need somebody that can get you at least 7 points consistently. Like you need somebody that can get you a little bit offensively. And just just a little something. So I think we definitely still
too late now, Chaz.
No, I don't mean this season. I mean just like going forward.
That's what I'm saying. No, it's too late. Because think about it. Yeah. Now, like there's no way that you can sit. He's going to make an all NBA rookie like the first team, and he might win if he fucks around and wins rookie of the year. You definitely can't put him on the bench, even if it's the right decision. You can't. You stuck now. You gotta invest in him and let him continue to develop.
He probably just needs a co-starter. Go ahead, Five. My bad.
No, I think he can get you 7 points a game, just depending on like who his guard is and like what we running. I don't see him like you can. I'm not saying giving the ball on the block, like, hey, go give me a bucket, but pick and roll, like the 4 or 5 joint with him and Zion, DeJounte, like if you got enough guards, he should easily get you 8. Like put back.
Do you think you need a change of pace?
Yes.
Throw the ball in. Like I kind of think you almost need a dude that you can say, all right, they in the bonus, because the Pelicans had Boston in the bonus with like 5 minutes left, and it's like I don't expect none of our guards to do a swing through or nothing like that. It's like you almost need a guy you can throw it to in the post and say, all right, go to work. Like, so,
either that or a shooter. It's the same conversation.
Right?
So, my bad. No, go ahead. Lead on my fault.
I was gonna say, so interesting to Chaz, to what you just said, Chaz, to your point. Interestingly enough, like while this is a 1-point game, Boston still, I think they had 20 more shots than the Pelicans. I think you as a team to set a culture, you would want to have a different type of center. Like it's like a change of pace running back, right? You got one running back who come in, either he speed or he power. You bring in another one who does the opposite. But for Missi, I think it would be great if he had an alternative style just to learn from, just to be able to practice against, to get better at. I'm with him. I still think they do need a starting center. And I get what Chris is saying too. But shit, if that's the case, I think Michael Carter Williams will work it a year 1 year, and I think I think the next year he ain't even start.
Hey, Jared, what'd you say about Yves a couple of shows ago about how JV would be the perfect guy?
Oh man, yeah. JV would have and dog, Yves has really good feet, right?
Great move tonight.
I'm like,
good footwork.
Imagine just JV using that and just like, all right, this is how you get an easy one, get yourself going, seal. Like, I don't think Yves is there yet. Like, I got a little on me. I'm 2 feet in the paint. Give me the ball. I'm gonna put my hand out here. Let me get an easy one. Like, we're just not there. And I'm not saying that the P&D guys, they've done a really good job in developing him. We're just not there. Chunk said,
Bob, how do I adjust that? Like everything that you're mentioning, how do I adjust that with welcoming in a player like Zion, who I haven't played a bunch of games with? You know what I'm saying? Like the dude that Zion played with in the preseason is not the guy mentally or physically on the floor that is playing today now. So now it's like it's a whole different adjustment for both Yves more than say Zion. But that's also the next step, right? Damn it, Zion. Make all the goddamn make sure you're at the fucking airport. Stay healthy. Continue so we can see, for the rest of these guys the goddamn.
Hey Chris, to that point, like we've had a hard time understanding like Brandon and Zion finding space for each other. What do you think a guy in Yves trying to figure out where the space is between he and Zion?
Okay, so Jarrett, I'm glad you just said that, because this is the assist I was looking at between the PNR between Zion and Yves.
It's congested in there, man.
That's exactly what I'm thinking.
That's a nice pass and finish, but that's congested.
Trey Murphy's wide ass.
Yeah, he's got to make that skip.
No. You got to be able to finish.
It's a nice finish, right? It's a nice finish, nice pass, nice finish. I'm not in any way. I'm just saying it's congested in there.
Either Zion got to hold up, or Missi got to he got to hold a pick a little bit longer and be more, I guess, timely with the roll, because they rolled and he rolled and he drove at the same time. Like it was the same. It was
on the same plane. They haven't adjusted their plane. Like, in a sense, but like he needs the work, right? No matter. Yeah. My daddy used to say, if the ball touches your hand, son, you got to catch it. This is one of those instances where you got the rock, just go finish it. No matter if Zion gave it to you in an advantageous position or anything else. Like, pause. Oh, God.
Of course, nothing from Lito there.
No, I think it's one.
We ain't no motherfucking freaks. We some family men. We getting it paper. You know what I'm talking about?
If I wouldn't have said nothing, nobody would have said anything about it.
I thought it.
You thought? How am I supposed to know what you thought, bro?
I thought we.
That's just bad.
All right. What y'all think about this, though? Like, I think with the team that's currently on the floor right now, I think they're one of the I guess a play that I would like to see, or an action that I would like to see more of them that I think might be most effective is actually it's not Zion and Missi in a pick and roll. I would want to see Trey and Zion in the action and have Missi on the opposite dunker spot to where it's opening up either the center has to help on a Zion drive, or if a cornerman ends up helping and let's say Trey ends up popping, like Zion has
just do a Spain
many
PNR.
options.
Just do a Spain PNR.
Yep. That to me, or
So
even
threat,
if it's
you have a lob threat, you have rim pressure, and you have a 3-ball.
Yep, that's what I would like to see from them.
You know who would be really good on this team? Jason Smith. A young Jason Smith.
Pick and pop.
Pick and pop. Be real good on this team.
Man,
like this, give you a good 20 minutes. Solid
honestly,
20 minutes.
Man, does pick and pop even exist anymore for a 2-ball? Like
hell yeah, Jokic run that shit to death.
Oh yeah, okay. Jamal and Jokic. Bam.
Yeah.
Hey, listen.
I just haven't seen the Pelicans do it, so maybe that's why.
Ayton and CP3 went crazy in a playoff series doing it.
Oh yeah,
so.
yeah. Damn, Jason Smith. All right, so about 45 minutes in. So what we'll do is we'll take a little bit of a break. We're launching a new segment. It's Moments of the Week presented by Sunshine John Deere. So we'll take about 2.5-3 minute break, and then what we're going to do is go through super chats and fan comments. So if you have any questions from the week, or should we drop the link or not? Should we do fan comments?
Absolutely. Sunday, why not?
Okay, well, we're going to drop the link, and then we'll also get to your fan questions. But here are Moments of the Week presented by John Deere.
Who's more skilled, Zion at basketball or Willie at being a bad coach?
Oh good man, question. I think Willie got that shit down pat. I think Willie in that head-to-head pause. Oh, Willie, that's
he said all of fame.
Yo, that's a thrashing. He beating the dog shit out of Zion, and that Willie got to be one. Like seriously, like
y'all. This why people keep saying y'all lost y'all credentials because y'all just keep crossing the line.
Yeah, like what kind of whore ass attitude is that? I do what they tell me. Look, I started off wiping floors just like you guys. Now I'm washing lettuce. Pretty soon, I'll be on fries. And then I'll be assistant manager. In 2 years, that's when the big bucks start coming in. Like, motherfucker, please.
This is madness.
This is madness.
Don't.
This show is brought to you by 4D.
This show was brought to you by
Standard Mortgage, Theo. Look, man, you know.
Oh my God.
Maybe one day we'll get a milk sponsor, you know.
But hey,
Ross,
you know.
Don't blame me. Don't blame me. It's off the rails. Nah, I'm just trying to, you know, it's icy outside by me.
This is madness.
Can we?
I'm not lying. It's on the video. I saw it.
Man.
Just steer clear, Jay. Just
Go get it together.
You're on mute, Justin. It's okay.
Oh man, why am I on mute? Can y'all hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you.
All right, sorry. Moments of the Week presented by Sunshine John Deere. So we'll get the super chats and comments. Appreciate all the super chats. Southern 20 piece basically. So this is the season that might have been. I enjoy your discussion best. Appreciate you, man.
Oh man, thank you, brother.
X2750. Chaz, you want to play the video?
Oh yeah, don't. Oh, that was damn, Justin. That was a terrible cue up. They gotta. Shout out to X. I know always supporting.
Real chill.
Where
Appreciate.
did you find that?
That's pretty impressive.
It's dark web, like
Yeah,
you're in the deep dark corners of the weird internet, bro.
Yeah, find it on a dark forum somewhere.
Will chill 10 piece. Appreciate you. Willie, just keep it going.
Just keep
We'll
it
chill
going. That
again.
sounds a
5.
little wild.
I mean, I'm just reading the comments. Trey understands that there are no plays, so it's Rucker, Drew, park ball all day going at people's necks. Anybody?
That's
You ain't
real.
lying.
Yeah.
Just throw the ball out there. Just go hoop. Figure it out.
I appreciate Justin.
We'll figure it out. What?
You know what I appreciate? If someone gives you their hard-earned money, you will read whatever the fuck they put on the screen. And goddamn it, that means for better or for worse, you are a show of the people, man. Shout out to you, man. Like,
I appreciate
Ron
that.
Burgundy up there.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate that.
it's on the
Go fuck
teleprompter,
yourself,
man.
San Diego. That was a good show, guys. Well done all around. Ron, I gotta fire you. You're fired.
And fuck you, San Diego.
Bang, bang, boom. You're fired.
Shout out Anchorman. Joshua McTaggart, 5 Ps. Appreciate it, guys. You turned a Pelican
Thank you.
and game into a 4-year event. By the way, was your live stream taken offline? One for a while last game. I couldn't get back. Yeah, it was the tennis video that Chaz. Well, that was a great video, though.
I don't even. You know what the worst thing about that? That guy fucking sucks. Who think he is Serena Williams or something? I should have never uploaded that guy. Yeah, what's his name?
Tiafo.
That's his name. Yeah,
nice, dog. Tiafo, nice, dog.
He ain't getting no Grand Slam. He
They're
ain't getting no Grand Slam. Not with that name. See, I gotta check him out. I haven't seen him play yet. I gotta check him out.
He from DC.
Oh, is he? I gotta check him out. I ain't watched since Serena. It was over for Serena. That was the last time I was like really in it. I used to love tennis.
And he beat the shit out of Nadal.
Oh, no, I ain't know. Nadal still playing?
This is when he
hung up.
Oh, so Rafael still playing? Damn.
Wazam with it. There you go. So
right on.
Wazam with it. Joey Silver. Joey Silver, $2. Appreciate you, man. 6 pick. Devin Fears or Trey Johnson. Leo, you want to take this one?
Man, I really like. I really like.
So excited.
I really like all 3 players, man. I really do. I think for me, Joey, it depends on who is the coach. It kind of depends on who's the coach for me because they all stylistically are very different. Like Fears a bucket. All of them are a bucket, but I think Fears that's his number one like outlet. Denham is like a 6. Is Denham 6'9" or 6'10", Chaz?
Denham, I think he's 6'9".
He basically a point guard.
Yeah, he like big point forward. You know what, man? I was watching Fears film the other day. He looked a lot like CJ to me, but I don't want nobody under 6'4" on this team. I'm tired of it. I don't want nobody under 6'4" and under 185 on this roster, dog.
Do we all agree? Do we all agree 6 pick would be like damn near a worst case scenario though?
Yeah.
Like, currently, the first you could fall is 6. Currently,
yeah. Like if we're at 6, the season was a disaster of epic proportions.
Yes.
If you got the 6 pick, you might want to package that up and just try to see what happens.
No, for real.
I don't want
Trey Johnson a bucket too, though.
Yeah, now Trey Johnson is nice.
Yeah,
he nice.
Joshua McTaggart, appreciate you, $10. Watched over the air. Ross, let you have this one. Watched over the air. Why the hell does it feel like I'm watching a tube TV from the 80s? We moved to HD 20 years ago. Are they using old cameras? My 11-year-old son films better on iPhone 7.
I've been asking this question. I think it might have been the very first game of the year, maybe even one of the preseason games. I think I asked you guys if like something was off with the TV or something, because I'm seeing the same. I'm seeing the same thing. It's poor quality, and it's right in line with this whole season, the franchise, the way they do business. I don't have the answer other than to agree with your sentiment that it's trash. Just a poor quality product.
Yeah. Dr. 318. Jared, how is Zion so good at the hit steal?
I would assume like the help side steal is that what
That's
he's
what I'm
referring?
thinking.
Offensive person going and then they spin back and Zion's there. I mean, just being a help side, just being in the right place, right time, knowing what guys' tendencies are. He's always been decently good. He was really good at it at Duke, but we're finally starting to see it at least in the NBA level. It only took 6 years, but can't complain.
You want to go, Chris? Okay. Chaz, Trey Alexander, is it just me or does it seem like Willie and Zion are beefing right now, sensing some tension?
Nah, I don't think Willie. I don't think nobody like Willie. Honestly, bro, that's another narrative I really don't get. Like people like Willie, like based on what? And like you might like a motherfucker at a lot of things, but you may not want them as the head coach, or you may not want to play with them or play in the system that they are crafting. I never got the sense that people generally like Willie Green. Like I don't really see him like interacting with players on that level. I don't really see him coaching up guys like to that extent. Only people I ever really thought he had a decent relationship with was Brandon and Herb. I never really saw him, and obviously Devontae be going to his fucking house in the middle of the night, scantily clad. But like, I never really understood like that narrative, Trey. So I that tension is probably accurate, truthfully.
Chris from Tennessee, Maltasanti. Is Brandon Ingram coming back this season?
He has to. Yeah. I don't know if he comes back a Pelican. I mean, I hope not at this point, but yeah, he's definitely coming back.
Okay. Lito from D-Boy. I really think we would be. Oh, nice. I didn't see my. We'll shut that out.
Appreciate
D-Boy.
you, Easy.
Appreciate you.
My bad, bro.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Easy.
yeah. Appreciate you, Easy. I really think we would be a great team, fully healthy. Sign Brandon Ingram, Lito.
Now, let me see. Hold on. Let me see if this gift here, bro. I don't see it.
You, Easy.
So I'm just gonna try to cosplay it. I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I'm not mad if you do it.
What you think about
still
it,
like who's still saying that? Like,
Ross, y'all gotta admit that Zion looking good.
I don't know why that's funny. I'm sorry.
and why did you say it? Like, why did you? I feel like you said it like it was said to me. Like it said Ross.
Ross, you gotta admit it. You gotta admit
yeah,
it.
like why do I have to be the one that admits it? Like why can't somebody else admit it? Like I don't know exactly what that means. Whether they're referring to his like physical stature or his the way he's playing basketball. I do think he seems like he's in relatively good shape. He doesn't seem like he's getting overly tired. So I will admit a portion of that is accurate from my perspective. But you're not about to play me sports in 3, 2, 1.
Jarrett from Shaquille Rubin. Zion locking Brown for most part. And he played some good defense overall tonight.
Yeah, 5 steals, right? He did have some really good moments. I think he was up for this game. I think Zion likes, places like Boston, these historic places that he can play in. Those environments don't rattle him at all. I think they bring out the best in him. So, really good defense. Can he keep this up? Will he do this against Chicago? Will he do this against Dallas? Like, will he do this against Portland Trailblazers? Like, will he do this at all times, not just when it's, necessary?
Can I ask a question?
Yeah.
Y'all think he plays against Chicago?
Brandon?
Zion?
I think so.
You think he'll play everything other than back-to-back, so you think they'll just play him like every other game? You think so?
Yeah, Zion's playing.
Just a question.
Zion's playing for sure. Why you don't think he is?
Oh, hey, I don't know, man. I don't know what these people are going to do. And would it surprise you if he doesn't play? Like, would you be outraged or something?
What would the reasoning be?
It's so crazy how Justin is like he's playing for sure.
I'm delusional.
I don't even know how you do that anymore. Like, how can you say that?
Yeah, I would give it like 50-50 in my opinion. They could call it return to work, return to play. Yeah, return to play, rest or whatever. I mean, there's a million things they could say. I don't know. He should play, but I really don't know. I'm just curious what y'all thought.
I think it's 50-50. Honestly,
so
based on what's recent events, it's 50-50. You gotta remember who you're dealing with here.
Chaz from Marcus Don 24. Do you guys think it's a bad idea to go the Celtics route by trading Zion and building off Trey and Brandon Ingram? 2 guys 6'8" who can do it all.
Let me see here. Well, it's gone. Don't worry about it. Yes, I think it's a bad idea. It's a terrible idea.
Chris, can we talk about Hawk if he's not making shots?
No.
poo emoji. Jay, CJ makes that 1,000 times. Are you insane? Find me a clutch bucket he's ever had in his career, motherfucker.
Whoa.
Whoa, damn, that's aggressive.
All right.
He just had a bunch of them motherfuckers.
He had 50.
He just had 50 like 3 games ago.
I think he's like clutch bucket to win a game or tie a game.
I think this is a great question.
Probably a Pelican who has had a clutch bucket.
Michael Roby in the Super Chat. I thought he asked a great question. You know, if Brandon comes back, does he start over Trey? Hope not. And this just reminds me of going back to that fucking the last game before the in-season tournament.
The Laker game.
No, the Laker game. Was it the first in-season tournament game? No, it was.
I thought you were talking about the game just
yeah, the Laker game, that first Laker game. Then
the Ross game. It was the Ross game.
I was like, bruh, why would you disrupt something that's working? Like, it would be such a slap in the face to Trey at this point if you, because it would be a slap in the face to CJ. There's literally no one you can justify starting him over right now. Like, it's.
Hey, and Chaz.
It's a great question.
All of that 100% factual, and you know good.
They're gonna do it anyway.
Well, they're gonna do it anyway.
That's almost why it's like, man, it's like if you're the Pelicans, do you say
CJ goes to the bench, dude?
That's
You're
fucked up.
Crazy.
I don't think CJ would stand for that at this point.
I don't think he would either.
Like it's like
going to the bench for what?
Then what? Then CJ be like, okay, well then trade me.
On an 8-win team, he go for what?
Oh, shout out to Clarence, man.
Appreciate you, Clarence, dog. Man, I always be rapping with Clarence online.
Appreciate you, Clarence.
This woman obviously had lost her damn mind. She needs psychotropic medication. She pulls out her breasts and she's juggling them. Look like she's about to fall over. Then she bends over and pulls down her panties. Spreads her cheeks. I'm not lying. I'm telling you what's on the video. Spreads her cheeks. This is madness.
Yeah, you can't let Brandon come back and start. It would be so disrespectful to only person realistically you can have an argument against starting Brandon over is Zion. And it's like, well, I'm not gonna do that. So it's anything else would be disrespectful, bro.
It might be disrespectful, bro, but I think it's CJ. Yep. Just hear me out.
Damn.
Hear me out. Just hear me out, man. Hear me out. Your value isn't gonna change. Like, we need Brandon on the court to possibly get him out of here to build up his value, right? CJ, your role as a 6-man is probably going to be at the next place anyway. You've done all you can do. We appreciate you. Thank you. But for this short period of time, we need to extract as much value from Brandon, so he needs to play as much as possible. The only way to do so is for him to start. But go ahead, Ross.
I 100% agree. If that is how that conversation went,
yeah.
But there ain't enough drugs in this whole universe for me to believe that they are going to go to CJ McCollum and say those words to him and have that type of understanding. There is just no way.
Let me
pussyfoot around. No, they're just gonna put Trey on the bench because they're gonna be like, Trey will be here next year. They're just gonna do it. They're just gonna do it just the same way they did it last year. Sorry, Chris. Go ahead.
No, it's fine. Who first? Well, it's kind of a 2-part question. Who do y'all think makes Willie makes his decision, right?
Nah, I don't think
he doesn't. Okay, you don't think he's making
this one?
No.
So who makes it?
He does.
I think this is a Griff call.
Griff, yeah, 100%.
Okay,
this one has to be a Griff call.
So, do you guys think that Willie feels like his job's on the line right now?
No,
because
I think
no.
I think he feels like he really lost it.
Yeah,
because I feel like that would influence if he was making the decision. It would influence the decision that would be made, right, based off of who he thinks gives him the best chance to win. But at this point, you're looking at the fate of the season is pretty much determined. Like, there's nothing you can do to really salvage it. There's no getting back into the playoff race. So that's what I'm curious about.
I had a question for you guys.
Wait, can you pull that comment back up? Can you pull that comment back up?
Yeah, I actually think
Ross, you're agreeing with that? It was crazy. Ross, agreeing with that is crazy.
I think this was the plan to start the season, really.
But you see how badly they
No.
get beat on the boards.
I know.
It's
I know,
a terrible
but-
idea.
I know, but you're thinking about it. You're thinking
No.
about this in the wrong way. These people operate under what is the easiest
Yep.
and the least controversial thing that I can possibly. What is the easiest way out?
Yep.
If you ask yourself, what is the absolute easiest way out of that
Yep.
of this situation? And it's to tell the rookie. They're gonna be able to say, "Oh, Yves kind of hitting a rookie wall a little bit. We're gonna try and, we're gonna bolster our bit." You know how it's gonna happen. They're gonna take the easiest possible way out. I agree. Taking Trey Murphy out at this point is incredibly problematic from a PR standpoint. It's gonna look bad. DeJounte is gonna make a big stink. CJ probably just says no. Like, y'all are idiots. No, I'm the only person here that's playing regularly. No, can't do it.
Newsflash, pal.
They're gonna say the person who's not gonna say anything about it is gonna be Yves. That's what they're gonna do. Like this is what these people do. Is their MO, man.
Let me ask y'all this: would it be better? Now, I'm not saying that I think he should come off the bench, but would it be better for him to just say, "Look, it don't matter if you play or not at this point. Truthfully, your value is what your value is. You're not
Who?
playing again." Brandon, would it be better if they just tell him, "Look, you're not playing here again, dog"? Like, it's
But how
just,
can they do that?
You think, Chaz,
I think
they're going
because-
to tell that to Brandon?
No, I say that because I personally I would just ask him, tell him you coming off the bench. But I'm saying if I'm thinking about it as a callous business person, I'm like, well, your value really can only go down from here. And it's already super low. So if you come back first, if you don't want to come off the bench, now you're showing you a problem. Now you're a locker room problem. Also, when you was playing, you wasn't really playing well. You've been hurt this whole time. I got this guy I just gave a bunch of money to. I got this other guy who's already a problem. And everyone else here has been professional, so I can't take them out the game. You're the odd man out here. So I really don't need to see you play again.
Yeah.
Do you guys, I'm just asking, do y'all think that it would be better if he just didn't play again at all?
I do.
Yeah, I mean, Ross said that, the show before the season started, he didn't want to see Brandon play.
Once he got hurt, I think it was over.
Oh, that was rock bottom. That was it. That was
it was done.
I think this is Lita. I want to ask. This is a great question. Do you think Trey would speak up now about being benched? Do you think he would say something now?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely would.
This isn't breaking news, but a lot of people was interested in Trey this offseason. Someone told me that, and it was like, yay. So Trey, in his mind, in Jeff Schwartz's mind, who just got fired by Brandon, he probably man, fuck the Pelicans. So if you Trey, you don't look happy. You want us to find you somewhere you can be happy? Because that's all it takes. This is still a players' league. All it takes is, man, I'm out of here. And somebody gonna find a way to another team. You can't keep pissing everybody off, man.
This would be the third time that Trey got taken out of the starting lineup, right?
Third?
Oh, I think it's probably more than that.
Whew.
No, but when he what I'm saying is that when he got
Took him out.
implemented into the starting lineup, and then they had to take him somebody else.
I mean, at least
The
Josh
All-Star
Richardson
game for Josh Richardson,
and
the Lakers game for Brandon last year, and then
it was Herb.
Did it happen this year?
earlier this year.
Yeah. It was Herb this year, and it was Herb the year with Brandon with the toe injury. So it's been at least 5 to 6 times. Yeah.
Actually, at what point you'd be like, hey, fuck this. That'd be something. Let's see. Easy. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate the membership. Appreciate the support.
Tony Snell. Don't forget Tony Snell. Shout out to Prospect.
But Trey wasn't Tony still didn't replace Trey in the starting lineup. They just chose.
He replaced him in a rotation.
In a rotation, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Crazy.
Which was still absolutely insane.
What's also in go look at the difference in Trey's efficiency, usage, overall number, all of it when he's a reserve over his whole career versus starter. It's crazy. The numbers.
The mindset changes. The mindset 100% changes.
His numbers are so much better.
So I actually just said this. Trey Murphy is a starter this year. He's averaging 21.4 points per game, 5 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field and 36 from deep. And he got off to a really bad start, and that 3-point percentage just shot up over these last 5-10 games. He also rebounded the ball well tonight.
He had 7.
That's all he needs, man. 7 or 8. Did he out rebound Zion?
No, they had the same amount. They both at 7.
I think now what I looked, and that's I don't know if y'all heard me say, damn, Yves and Tice combined for 10 rebounds total. That just can't happen, bro. Like at that point, somebody.
I know. I'm trying to.
Ross got a magnet by the microphone.
I've been muted. I don't think it's me. Yeah, I've been muted.
Yeah, it's Chris. Something happened. Yes, if I unmute Chris, it's Chris. Yeah, definitely Chris.
Vice Lord's got the Chris. So
yeah, go ahead, Chaz.
Oh no, I was just saying, like that's when you look at Tyson's minutes and you like, all right, look, I'm not trying to win anymore. This is a minimum guy. I could pretty much wave at any point. You might as well run Carlo out there. I noticed JRE didn't get any run tonight. Also,
right.
Kind of happy about that. JRE shooting too well. Like sit your ass down, JRE. Fuck you doing?
Yeah.
Say Gail tapping in. Yeah, Gail the fans.
Right. Anybody know this? What's the beef with DeJounte and Pritchard?
There's no beef. They both from Pacific Northwest, I think.
Yeah, Oregon, Washington. What's a rivalry?
I think Pritchard is from Portland and DeJounte's from Seattle. So super close. They probably played each other. I don't know, beef. It's just like, hey, I've seen this dude a lot in my life. We're in the NBA, so probably gonna play hard against him here.
Yeah. Here's a question from. Go ahead, Chaz.
Did we really talk? We talked a little bit about Herb being out for the season. Do y'all think? What do y'all think are the implications for that? Do you think Herb has a starting spot waiting for him when he returns next season or in the future?
Yeah, CJ will be gone. Brandon will be gone.
I don't know. Depends on who the coach.
That's only one spot though, Justin.
Yeah. I mean, DeJounte, Herb, Trey, Zion, Missi will be your starting 5.
That team sucks.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it really does depend on who's the coach next year. And if you get a top 3 pick, like I start the rookie. Like,
you start him?
I'm more of the component. Like, you start the rookie.
Fuck it at this point, yeah.
Yeah, like right, like you're gonna be bad. Like, he needs the reps more than anything, especially if he's good and can eventually help your team win. Not really worried about right now because you're not gonna win anyway. So
that's why I'm glad Chad just said that, because when we start talking about this whole like, oh, trade CJ, do all this other stuff, like if your starting lineup next year is DeJounte, Herb, Trey, Zion, and Missi, Trey and Zion, who are like somewhat oft injured, even Herb a little bit, like that's a bad team. That's like you're going into like a full rebuild mode. So
then
you gotta go get a star center or a star shooting guard. You gotta go get like a real deal out of those two.
But Chaz, how do you get there?
You trade Herb now.
Yep.
You gotta go. I don't know.
For me, nothing is guaranteed. Like, ain't no guarantee. Like, well, if I'm speaking about her, matter of factly, like nothing is really guaranteed for me. I know people say the core, like Chaz was saying, I can't really say he's my core. He's a part of my core. Like he's a important player that has a role coming off the bench for me.
Sign trade BI Herb in 27 first gets you something pretty good.
Like I say that just because it's like, bro, you gotta get some real deal talent.
All right, Chaz. What if you go get Booker?
I mean, that'd be ideal, but
DeJounte, Booker, Trey, Zion,
and it could be Missi. But I'm saying, even if Booker's not an option, it can be a Simons caliber player. But it got to be someone who isn't a total liability on offense. Like what was it? 2 games ago, Herb, Missi,
like at least as good as CJ offensively. Like,
yeah, get someone at least.
Otherwise, for me, there's absolutely no point to trade CJ. Like, as we sit here today, if the whole point is you're letting Brandon walk for nothing because you've botched it so bad, well, now the CJ trade becomes incredibly important, because if you just trade CJ for cap relief or some random pick or something, like you're now at the exact point we just talked about where your roster next year stinks unless you get the number 1 overall pick or something and you're able to kind of work around that, free up some cap space, everything else. But like this Brandon trade that still hasn't happened that needs to happen is incredibly important because it should lay the groundwork. It could either solve your issue for next year at the 2 guard, or it has to lay the groundwork for the next move. Otherwise, you could find yourself in a real bad spot next year.
What y'all think about Cam Thomas to be at 5? Too small?
Yeah, like I need a real
shooting guard.
Yeah,
like 6'6".
Yeah, like
it's these comments that kill me. Like, and shout out to you, Vontae. I know you're always here, but like y'all really like, CJ's a good player.
Yes,
he's averaged 20 for over a decade. He's the only guy that shows up every single night. I mean, like he comes
one of the best 3-point shooters of all time.
Like Lito said it, he's like a top 2 guard in franchise history. He's second in 3-pointers made. He's been here for 3 years. Like I don't like because he's had some bad playoff games. Yeah, sure, but fuck, the dude shows up, gives back to the community. He can fucking hoop. Like he's incredible. Yeah.
If you can find a way, because I think we can all agree Zion is not a power forward, right? And you need to get some real size and rebounding and shooting in your starting lineup, like to add more. Looking at it, one of the most intriguing free agent bigs is John Collins, right? I think you can play. I think you can start Missi, Collins. Now, this isn't a great team, but what I'm saying is you got to start getting people that actually like kind of fit. I think you could get Collins and a guard, but you have to address your perimeter play, like tonight even. Yeah, once and the Pelicans generated some good looks. They just missed a lot of them. But if Boston would have been serious, it's like it would have been nothing you can do. Like it would have been nothing you could do along the perimeter. So I really think you got to find at least, like Ross said, a CJ tier and above level player. It can't be Javonte Green. It can't be Herb Jones. Can't even be Brandon Boston. It got to be like a guy. It got to be like a guy.
Yeah.
Device, he is a true 20-point player. I don't know. You scored 20. That's 20. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. What is that? What does that
mean? What did he say?
What is it? Here, I'll pull it. What does this mean?
He isn't a true 20-point year.
He's saying he stat pads at the end of games, but I don't see that, brother. I don't.
Yeah.
For sure.
Hey, there's this thing where there's notion
for
that
sure. Yeah. You got it.
So
word.
Dude is a career 40% 3-point shooter on like 7 attempts a game for like 14 years. Just stop.
Yo, so, Chris, what you think, bro? Oh, my bad, 5.
No, I'm just gonna say, like, there's this notion out there that people believe he only scores like big against bad teams. Like, it's the NBA. Like, there's no way for CJ to do that for over a decade. Like, only play well against bad teams. Like, it doesn't work like that. It just don't. Like,
Chris, what you think the starting lineup needs next year? Do you think that you can roll out Herb? If you don't improve the center position, can you afford to roll out Herb as your starting 2 or 3 next season, or do you have to improve one of those positions?
Is CJ still on the team?
No.
So it's DeJounte, Herb, Trey, Zion. Yeah, that could work. But I mean, I think you gotta. Again, I mean, a solid coach would find a way to find the strengths out of that team, right? I mean, you have an athletic center that will be going into his second year who got way more mental and physical reps than you ever imagined on the floor. You would be going into the year with Trey. Herb could slide back into being, what he is, which is a really smart glue guy, defensive presence. Zion, for all of the different things that we talked about, what he can do defensively, when the motherfucker's in shape, he plays decent defense, and at worst finds a way to take away the basketball. And DeJounte's. So no, I think this team's problem is that they got to figure out different mix and match options off the bench more. So I think the starting lineup will be fine if Zion is healthy and is in shape and is right. But what you've seen from Trey, DeJounte in year 2, Missi in year 2, but it's the shit off the bench that I think ultimately is going to give this team problems. Finding the right amount of dudes that have wingspan, height, scoring ability, like, shooting, all of those different things versus you not having a real backup big versus you not having, a real knockdown shooter. Jordan Hawkins is supposed to be the guy, but isn't really doing it right now. All of your hope going into Jose Alvarado, that kind of thing. But the other part of that is, no matter what, you should be expecting a really good rookie coming into this team next year. Hopefully that helps you out coming off the bench next year. So I think the starting group would be fine. You got to find more flexibility, I think, off the bench that matches what your starting lineup isn't supposed to do well.
Right. Man, it's going to be interesting to see who becomes available this offseason because Simons is still out there. Paolo back for Orlando. So, they probably back like looking like who can we trade for? Who can we trade for? It's gonna be interesting. They also kind of gotta be cheap. You need multiple players, bro. Like again, Brandon Boston. I don't know if he's still hurt or not, but Brandon Boston had 7 minutes tonight. Gave you a donut.
Oh, yes, minutes have gone completely down. I was gonna say though, Jared, I told you about this guy Jabari Smith out of Auburn a couple of years ago.
Man. What you told us about him?
So he's a really good player, man. So this guy just is incredible. This guy can really make a deep tournament run with Auburn. He's gonna be the lead guy. He's the guy.
The lie that keeps on lying. Huh?
I told you about Jabari. So you think that's a good move?
So you saying that? You know what, Justin? Hold on, I got something for you.
I can't co-sign that, big brother, but I ain't mad at you for what you do. I ain't mad at you for nothing you do. But I'm going to say this, big brother. I can't live like that. Okay. I'm a man of morals and principles, and my morals and principles won't allow me to even engage in that type of activity.
That was perfect. That was
impressive, Lito. That was impressive.
Man.
Go ahead.
Yo, him and Cam might be on the move, though. Him and Cam Whitmore. Let me ask y'all, what's the most y'all would give up on this team for Cam Whitmore and Jabari today?
A lot.
He said a lot.
A lot for those guys?
No.
What's a lot? What's a lot, Justin?
What's a lot, Justin?
Brandon.
Okay. Yeah, for Hawkins, you giving up Hawkins?
Hawkins.
Give up a first?
Yeah.
A first?
Damn. That means Brandon not worth the first then.
That's what I'm saying. Like, think about this, bro. You should have been able to get
guys.
Cam.
I don't think you're gonna get a first for Brandon.
I don't think you are either. I've been saying that for.
But you should have been a long time ago been able to get Cam Whitmore.
Maybe not Jabari, but at least Cam Whitmore.
Yeah, for Brandon, like no.
Could have drafted Cam Whitmore.
What happened to the game I love?
Boy.
Yeah,
could have drafted him.
You know what's interesting?
Old days, Lito.
What's that?
I mean, Lito tells me Jabari is being misused all the time. So I'm actually interested. He's young. Like, I like to see him next to Zion. Go ahead.
It's like
it feels like you're trading. Again, either for like you're trading for a bench player or someone who's in the finishing starting lineup if the team is healthy. Who finishes games, right? Let's say Yves Missi isn't that guy. That's what it feels like. So because I feel like the starting lineup is kind of set for this team going forward. Unless you're telling me that they're trading DeJounte Murray, like the starting lineup next season feels kind of set. So you're basically trading for bench players. And then how does that player that you trade for impact the draft pick that you are going to invest in that should be top 5? It'll be interesting.
What do y'all think about what teams do you realistically think would still be interested in Brandon? Because Pistons kind of like, if it was going to happen, it probably would happen.
Would Milwaukee be a team?
It would be difficult because they can't aggregate salary. Fuck, I think it would be impossible now, really, because Middleton makes less than Brandon.
Do you think Miami?
I think your best bet is Miami moving on from Jimmy, and you kind of, tagging along, being the plus one, and sending Brandon to Miami. Say Nets and the Nuggets. I don't know, Ryan. Only reason I don't know because I'm thinking, who are the Nets trading you?
And what do you get back though, then, Chaz? What do you get back?
I think for me, I probably call and beg the Nets to give me Claxton's shitty contract and Cam Thomas. And I would be like, you can have Hawkins, you can have Brandon to clear your books. You got Ben Simmons expiring, so you got buku money expiring. But I would like, yo, give me like, can I get those two? And I even give you a first. Take the first, like take one first. let's get this over with. Because I think worst case scenario, you got some serious depth. Like with Cam Thomas, yeah, you pay him his deal. Claxton's contract is descending, and the Nets are probably the only team with cap space this offseason. So they'll probably re-sign Brandon so they can trade him.
Can I ask y'all this?
That'd be nice.
What is the probability that the Pelicans re-sign Brandon Ingram?
I got it at 10%.
You have it at 10%. If you can't find a trade partner and no one's giving him his money,
I got it at 10%.
I think it's high.
I think it's probably. I think it's higher than that. For the exact reason you just said, because I don't know if they're gonna be able to trade him. And I think if he's just sitting out there, it wouldn't surprise me. But while we're talking about Brandon, I mean, is there a point when you start thinking about moving on from CJ plus this Brandon thing lingering out there where you just say, you know what, screw it, I will pick up the extra year of Zach LaVine. Let's just do CJ and whatever, or Brandon and whatever, and give Zach LaVine and figure out the salary later, because I think he's just a demonstrably better player, like just a huge upgrade. And you just figure out the money, because you're not going to be able to, assuming you strike out on all the other stuff that Chaz has talked about, where if it just gets to that, because the Bulls would definitely do Brandon, because it just frees them up from 1 year of Zach LaVine. They're not any good, and they won out of that last year.
They also really wanted to keep DeMar DeRozan. The Bulls did not want to move off DeMar. So why not get DeMar light, right? I think one of the reasons I've been even kind of looking at the Hawkins situation is because, again, that's $5 million. You got to start or $4 million. You got to start knocking these numbers down and looking at everything. It's almost no way for the Pelicans to be good and avoid the tax next year. So you might as well be as good as possible on the front line with a LaVine type player and just say fuck it. Because let's say Brandon's gone and you bring in LaVine. Let's just say Brandon leaves by himself. You bring in LaVine. Plus you add in a rookie you're drafting. You're probably about maybe 10 million, maybe away from the tax. You got to maybe, and you ain't signed Boston. Let's say you signed Boston. So now you like roughly 7 million away. You right there against the first apron, and you only got like an 11, 12 man roster. So it's going, you threaten the needle. But I feel like if your front line is really good, at least you can justify going into the tax. Like, hey, we had 46 wins or 30-something wins. The trade deadline is here. What's up? Like, we got a good team. I think you can at least justify some shit. 5? You muted 5?
Yo,
you good?
Yeah, my bad. It's crazy. As you say all that, y'all say you say a 10% chance. Y'all think it's higher that Brandon comes back, signs with the Pelicans. I haven't heard anything organizationally. I think they might keep Willie Green. To be honest, that's the thing that truly scares me
for next season.
Yeah,
wouldn't be surprised.
The fact that you haven't fired him yet, that's the thing that truly scares me. Like Brandon coming back, all right, you can kind of figure things out, maybe. But that point of you continuing on doubling down on the staff, on this coach, like nothing good is gonna come of it.
I wouldn't be shocked, bro.
It wouldn't shock, especially if he only got if you the team and you fuck, you only got 1 year. Like you can talk yourself into it. You you only got 1 year left. You can talk yourself. Same thing with Griff. Well, he only their contracts probably on the same timeline.
Yeah,
it's
then you desperately need to get a star or a superstar type of the future in this draft class. You desperately need that if that's the case, because you're just if you need it. There's no way you can go forward, because you are wasting. You're not maximizing certain guys, and unfortunately, that would also poison the rookie that you end up drafting, but you desperately need a guy, whether it's Cooper or whether it's Ace or whether you think it's Dylan Harper, that's like an ant type to where situation, coach, environment don't matter. They gonna find a way to persevere through it because you're gonna ruin whatever is possibly left with this Zion situation. You might as well just move on if you think about bringing back Willie Green or certain parts of this group.
And I agree. And this for me is the problem. So I pulled that comment up earlier. With the group you have right now, you're going to end up winning too many games, and you're going to end up with the 6th pick. Yeah. It's gonna, like, if Zion's here, you just like him or hate him, he makes enough of a difference. You're not going to finish with the worst record. You're not going to finish with the 2nd or 3rd worst record either. Like, you're going to win enough games, even with Willie Green as the head coach. It's just an unfortunate reality unless you made the roster around him so bad, like you'd have to trade CJ now, and maybe you could maintain it. But I really think that's my biggest fear at this point is that Willie hangs around, because I think as long as Zion's there, you're gonna fit. You won't finish. You won't just totally bottom out. You won't be the Wizards. You won't be the Hornet. You won't be that.
This is hell. This is just hell.
You know, I mean, that would be the smart move, though, Ross.
No, I just think about what you just said. This group will win enough games. You know what I'm saying? Like, this group is good enough to win, and we're upset because we don't want them to win because we're so.
They're not good enough to win. They're just they're good enough to not be they're good enough not to be the worst team.
Well, if you want some reasons for optimism, right? The Pelicans most likely finish 6th in odds this season, right, for the tank. That's the percentages are flattened enough to where you still give yourself a pretty good chance. Also, man, they're not trying to lose just yet. So once they quit on themselves, then it's gonna be like some other shit. And dog, that schedule, like, it get real, bro. Like, it get real fast as like the months go on. You got like 4 games against. No, you got like, it's like Denver, Kings. This team, it's like Kings just won 8 in a row. Fuck, Kings just won like 7, 8 games in a row. Shout out to Christie now. But
Propels hell talk. Yeah.
Somebody said this. I don't think. See, the only con with letting Brandon expire is that you probably still gotta play him, unless you just tell him go home like PJ Tucker. But you probably not getting much less than you would have got for him in a sign and trade. Truthfully, you're not getting no first, cuz like you're gonna get top 30 protected first, and like
Jesus.
You know. So
yeah, Ross, you have the Hello Darkness, my friend song.
Oh yeah,
queued up. Cue that thing up.
I want to ask y'all, who y'all think on the move this offseason? I think Laurie out of there, honestly. Like, with their situation, they're gonna try to find somebody to take Laurie. Because they got a tank.
I think it depends on where they could. Well, they're doing a good job right now.
Yeah,
of the tank. If they end up with Cooper Flag, Laurie ain't going nowhere.
Oh yeah, now if they end up with Cooper Flag, all bets is off, right?
They're gonna go with all white everything.
God, I think, don't what's the team? OKC I think the shit shift to top 8 next season. So it's like, you gotta it's like you're gonna have to give up this motherfucker pick to OKC at some point. But who y'all think could potentially be on the move?
You say Booker,
KD probably. Bill always potentially on a move.
I mean, it was just all that noise. There was all that noise about Fox, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Paolo fucked over Paul George.
I don't think Fox is gone.
Paul George, he going out like Brooklyn Garnett. Honestly, it's bad. It's sad, dog. Like, he look bad.
Podcasting is harder than being an NBA player, bro.
Jesus. Even if you think that, don't say it.
D-Max, what do you want us? What do you want us to talk about?
Doom looping. What the fuck is doom looping?
Doom looping.
It's like, what do you want us to talk about, bro?
There's
other podcasts that do the whole,
the
hold each other's hands and sing Kumbaya. That's just not what we do. Okay, we keep it real here. Like, this is the actual outlook. Like, Chaz is laying it out for you. The actual outlook of this fucking franchise.
Lie to him. Lie to him. No, lie.
Hey, we're gonna say this is fun. This is great. Our future's very bright. Brandon Ingram is a max player. Like, what do you want us to do?
I got it. What's the record, Justin? What are they? 8 and
we're August 31st.
Damn.
You would say.
Damn.
Hey,
Chaz,
Justin, I see you. D-Max, check this out, bro. They August 31st right now. They 8 and 31, bro. But they playing hard, bro. They playing tough. You know what I'm saying?
Where's the route to even giving you optimism? We can't frame an entire show about Trey Murphy, right? Yves Missi isn't playing as good as he was to start the year. Zion just missed a flight for his fucking job. Brandon's out, and you can't trade him. CJ's playing solid, but he's on his way out. Where's the fucking optimism? You want us to talk? Oh, even talking about rookies for next season requires them to do what? Lose. So where's the fucking optimism? You think Willie Green's a great coach? D-Max, you know what? Justin, open up the goddamn phone lines. Get his ass up here. D, you come tell us what the hell we supposed to be talking about. You run the show.
Well, you know. Oh, gosh.
It was that second game, we got our ass kicked, or the second half. We just got our ass totally kicked. We couldn't do diddly poo offensively. We couldn't make a first down. We couldn't run the ball. We didn't try to run the ball. We couldn't complete a pass. We sucked. The second half, we sucked. We couldn't stop the run. Every time they got the ball, they went down and got points. We got our ass totally kicked in the second half. That's what it boiled down to. It was a horse performance in the second half. Horse. I'm totally embarrassed and totally ashamed. Coaching did a horrible job. The players did a horrible job. We got our ass kicked in that second half. It sucked. It stunk.
Okay.
I got something even better than that.
High five.
Leroy didn't mean any harm. Bitch, get out of my face. Shit, you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
All right. Hour 36 in. Do you have anything else? Anything else?
I got a super chat.
Oh, we got a super chat. Who on the team can get you positive trade value? That's something more positive to talk about for what it's worth. That's actually a really good question.
Thank
Appreciate
you.
your super
Thank you,
chat.
Dennis.
Shout out to Dennis, man.
Appreciate you.
Trey Murphy, Herb Jones, DeJounte.
What is positive?
Missi.
Like probably picks and like not shitty.
I don't have
shitty
to
contract
attach a pick. I don't have to attach a pick to get
to
rid
move
of
this motherfucker.
Yeah. And Missi probably.
I think you could get some quality for CJ. Truthfully.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I do
for sure,
too.
CJ. Yeah.
Oh shit, I miss our dog. CJ to go. He said at this point nothing matters as long as Willie here from trades to drafting to etc.
Exactly.
Oh, a good coaching system fixes a lot for us. I think it's David Griffin, truthfully, but same goes for Willie Green. I think again, you do the best thing about this situation. Guys have showed you who they are. You know what I'm saying? Because Zion's still a fuck up. He ain't gonna beat them allegations, but he came back not fat and in game shape. So you're like, all right, maybe. But CJ balling, Trey balling, because it was sink or swim for both of them dudes, and they showed up and they showing out right now. So I agree with Justin totally. You still got CJ, Herb, guys like that you can move for positive value. I don't think Hawkins can get you bad. I think you get a second for Hawkins probably can get the first.
Yeah, I mean, there's positive, but moving Herb Jones is a tough decision to make, but you might have to do it. Yeah, Ross.
I would say Chaz is right. We need new leadership at the top, and I think I got just the guy.
I would kick open the door to the Oval Office and I would chop that motherfucking desk in half.
That guy, he must be running California right now. That motherfucker is crazy.
Smash like button. Hour 40, 242 people still in here. Appreciate y'all. Y'all got anything else?
No.
We're 8:31. It's an hour. We're an hour 40 in.
Hey man.
Who we play next? Chicago. When, Chris?
Chi-town. You in the building, Chris? Or is it at home?
Fuck no. It's a Chicago. I'm not going. I'm not going to that game.
You go root for the Bulls, fuck.
Right, like live. I'm not going to that game. I'm not going in 20-degree weather to watch an 8-31 team lose.
Subject myself to that shit.
All right, the fuck. I'd rather watch it from the comfort of my own.
Right.
That's for sure.
Clean out. I think I had like 12.
We have. Wait, I mean.
Santa baby.
The slip was stable under the tree for me. Been an awful good girl, Santa baby. Just hurry down the chimney tonight.
I can't believe Trajan getting fucking shout outs for turning around the worst team in the league. Like, he could go anywhere but up in that situation. And we got this slimy, degenerate, short fuck just turning this organization I love into just mush. This man ought to be ashamed of himself. Fuck that guy. Fuck that guy, man.
Company Burger is the official burger of Pro Pels Talk and Boot Crew Media. Located at 4600 Ferret Street, Company Burger has been locally owned and operated for 11 years. Grind the meat, bake the buns, make the mayo, get the homemade tots. Company Burger uses Creekstone Farms prime beef to create the best burger in the city with milkshakes to go and a full bar. Company Burger is open every day besides Tuesday from 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Can't make it out? No worries, we have you covered. You can order online right now at thecompanyburger.com or check them out on the Toast or Uber Eats app. Company Burger, the official burger of Boot Crew Media.
I just thought of something crazy. Right? Think about this. You say, yeah, we take advantage of the full bar while we're here. I'll give you the milkshake when we get home. That's what if it was written like that? And you say Company Burger.
I just
read
milkshakes
to go.
Okay, I just read. You know what? I just read the damn. Here's Lito.
Buying a house is one of the largest financial investments you'll ever make. That's why you need the experience and the support of the Standard Mortgage team. Whether you're looking to purchase, refinance.
So Lito, you're reading, right? You're reading. They just gave me the script. I read it. You know.
I'm an actor. All right. I'm an actor. What the fuck?
Oh, smash the like button.
That's like, but appreciate y'all, man.
Hey, Rachel, that's crazy.